It looks really appetizing, doesn't it? A delicious, economical, and time-saving dinner option is instant ramen. A warm dish of instant noodles is the most wonderful thing ever. It only takes a few minutes to prepare, and then you can enjoy it. While instant ramen is terrific for the soul, it's not so good for the body. We'll talk about how consuming too many quick noodles might cause major health issues in today's video. Will it result in a stroke? An elevated blood pressure? Does it affect your liver? We'll talk about all of this and more. Relax. Anticipate a headache. Relax. Are you getting headaches more often than normal? Perhaps you ought to think twice about what you're eating. Even while quick ramen is delicious, it contains too much salt, which can lead to health issues including migraines. Consuming a lot of salt causes your blood volume to increase, which causes your blood vessels to widen. Headaches and elevated blood pressure can be caused by this dilation and constriction of the blood vessels. Furthermore, not just salt in instant ramen is connected to headaches. Instant noodles include MSG, much like any other processed food, which can lead to headaches and tense muscles. Therefore, it's important to cut back if you get headaches or eye issues after binge eating ramen noodles. Pause. Regular consumption of quick noodles may be detrimental to your health. Let's examine the potential effects on your conduct. Pause. Consuming excessive amounts of instant ramen can change your behavior. It's perfect for a warm lunch, sure, but did you know that it can exacerbate ADHD symptoms? The preservative TBHQ is to blame for this. TBHQ, which extends the shelf life of instant ramen, has been connected to ADHD. It may surprise you to learn that as little as 1 to 4 grams of TBHQ might result in nausea, ringing in the ears, dizziness, and vomiting. It has also been reported to make kids hyperactive. Taken continuously over an extended period of time, TBHQ may cause damage to your DNA. Pause. Were you aware that consuming instant noodles on a daily basis could prevent you from obtaining the proper nutrients? Pause. While a big bowl of instant ramen can fill you up, it's not a very healthful option. It provides a lot of fat and more calories than needed, but not enough of the right nutrients. Overconsumption of empty calories might lead to disastrous consequences. You're susceptible to a plethora of horrible health issues. A balanced diet should include both protein and fiber, both of which are lacking in instant ramen. Even while the noodles might include trace amounts of vitamins like riboflavin and niacin, there are lots of other foods that are higher in nutrients without adding excessive amounts of fat or salt. Ramen noodles can seriously disrupt your diet. You shouldn't be eating ramen noodles all the time if you're attempting to lose weight and improve your diet. Pause. Your chance of suffering a stroke increases if all you consume is instant ramen. Pause. Ramen noodles make a quick and affordable dinner. Regrettably, consuming excessive amounts of it might cause irreversible brain damage. Though it may sound harsh, what I'm saying is nonetheless entirely true. The high salt content of the components that make instant noodles so appealing can raise your risk of stroke. Women who regularly eat instant ramen run the risk of developing heart attacks, strokes, and other illnesses. An occasional cheat meal won't do you any harm. However, you may manufacture your own wholesome substitute with a little more work and planning. Simply toss in some delectable vegetables with the noodles. I understand that the satisfaction you receive from boiling a square of ramen noodles won't compare. Positively, though, you won't experience long-term health problems. Pause. You will get bloating if you consume an instant ramen bowl more than twice a week. Pause. Ramen can harm your health in even more ways than just the calories it contains in your favorite container. Bloating and fluid retention can result from eating quick ramen. This is as a result of all the salt you will be eating. Additionally, you will be swallowing a lot of air if you slurp your ramen noodles rather than biting into them, which will exacerbate your bloated, gassy feeling. It's best to add some fiber-rich veggies to your ramen bowl if you still want to have one occasionally. And finish the meal with a delectable fruit dessert. Your body will process the ramen much more quickly if you do this. Pause. Are you curious about the effects of consuming instant ramen frequently on your digestive system? Stop. Ramen is really difficult to process. It will actually totally upset your digestive system. Although they may not appear like homemade chicken noodle soup, instant noodles are not at all like that. When compared to other foods, the digestion of instant ramen requires significantly more effort from your body. Research indicates that whereas quick noodles stay stubbornly intact and undigested for hours, fresh noodles are fully digested after an hour or two of eating. Instant noodles include dangerous chemicals and preservatives that persist in your body for a long period because of delayed digestion. Long-term effects on your health are the only thing this does. That's not everything. Pause. If you frequently have instant ramen for supper as a last-minute fix, you can have hypertension. Stop. Have you noticed the little flavor packet inside the ramen box? I'm trying to say that you have, of course. It might be the source of your noodles' flavor, but from a nutritional standpoint, it poses a risk. 100 grams of ramen noodles has a maximum salt content of 1,800 milligrams. This amounts to almost 2/3 of the daily allowance for salt. This implies that consuming a bowl of quick noodles increases your chance of consuming too much sodium later in the day. Unless you only intend to consume salty foods like ramen noodles. I acknowledge that your body requires a certain quantity of salt to function correctly, but excessive salt consumption might raise blood pressure. Elevated blood pressure might heighten the likelihood of other grave medical conditions such as heart failure and stroke. Try adding only half of the seasoning to address this. That is, unless you completely omit the seasoning. Alternatively, you may throw it away and prepare your own homemade sauce to pair with your noodles. Stop. Just when you thought things couldn't possibly get worse. Consuming ramen noodles on a daily basis can up your risk of developing renal disease. Relax. Your kidneys will not benefit from your habit of consuming quick noodles. This meal's high salt content may make kidney stones and renal disease more likely to occur. Salt increases the amount of calcium excreted in urine, and when this excess calcium combines with oxalate, a substance that is present in many fruits and vegetables naturally, kidney stones may result. Reducing your intake of salt and increasing your water intake can assist shield your kidneys. This will lessen the amount of waste in your body and prevent stones from forming. Reduce your intake of ramen noodles among other things if you suspect kidney stones. Relax. It is a little frightening, isn't it? Consuming ramen noodles on a daily basis may potentially raise your risk of acquiring metabolic syndrome. You might be shocked to hear that women who regularly consume instant ramen have a higher risk of developing metabolic syndrome. Obesity, high blood sugar, high blood pressure, and excessive cholesterol are examples of this disorder. Your risk of diabetes, heart attacks, and other major illnesses can all be elevated by any of these disorders. Studies reveal that women who consume instant ramen twice a week or more are 68% more likely to develop metabolic syndrome. This is a disorder that is also likely to affect college students. This is a result of how inexpensive instant ramen is, making it accessible to young people who are living away from home. Research has effectively demonstrated this. Additionally, a connection has been made by researchers between the symptoms of metabolic syndrome and quick noodles. These include high diastolic blood pressure, fasting blood glucose, and plasma triglyceride levels. Pause. If you continue to eat instant ramen every day, your liver will suffer the consequences. Relax. Unfortunately, the quick noodles you love can harm your liver as well. You may be startled to hear that one of the 7 meals you should never eat is instant ramen. This is a result of the numerous harmful compounds, such as preservatives. It takes a lot of effort on the part of your liver to break down these artificial ingredients. Your liver can get damaged when it starts storing fat within its own cells due to overwork. You don't want this to occur because your liver is so vital. Indeed, you can consume an occasional bowl of quick ramen and digest it without any problems if you're in good health. However, you ought to restrict your consumption if you respect your liver. Pause. These are some suggestions for making your occasional noodle bowl healthier now that you are aware of the potential health risks associated with instant ramen. Stop. Opt for quick noodles made of healthy grains instead. They increase feelings of fullness and have a higher fiber content. You can avoid overeating by doing this. You may even lose a little weight because you won't be as hungry all of the time. Have you ever tried quick noodles with less sodium as well? They are available at your neighborhood supermarket. They could assist you in consuming less salt each day. As we previously mentioned, load your noodles with vegetables. Your friends are vegetables. Your health will improve if you eat more vegetables each day. You'll benefit from an abundance of wonderful nutrients. Stop. Try not to get too scared by this. Occasionally enjoying a bowl of ramen noodles is acceptable. Only when you consistently experience them. You also need to be cautious about other foods. Would you like to continue the topic with a few more videos about food? What you should know is as follows. See which 50 foods should be avoided if you're trying to lose weight. What about the 9 foods that specialists advise you to give up right away? Feel free to click one. Better yet, watch both to see out how eating the correct foods might help you. What healthy recipes do you know of for ramen noodles? Tell us in the space provided for comments below.